It's a farewell poem, my Latin teacher says. A propempticon wishes for a safe and prosperous journey. You should be taking notes. My eyes snap back from the classroom clock to scan my notebook. Genres in lyric poetry. Right. I'm 16 years old and stressed. I hold back a sigh as I scroll down the funny little word, propempticon. Safe journey, bon voyage. Something clicks in the back of my mind. I am no stranger to farewell poems. The wind sighs and howls, alas, the E-River chills. How odd, after so long, when my entire childhood has become blurry snapshots. The hero goes west, never to return. The same meaning, the same short poem, but not the same elegant words, not as I remember them. 壮士一去兮. Ting, are you listening? My mom pulls me into her lap to look over the book. I smooth my small hands over the page, tracing the intricate characters as she reads them aloud. 不复还. Do you know what that means? I shake my head. The characters look much more intimidating than the ones we've been reading in my first grade class, with so many crisscrossing strokes that they resembled ink-splattered pictures. I squint my eyes, but the characters remain frozen, refusing to divulge their secret meaning. My mother smiles, brings my finger to the first line, and the words leap to life. E-River Hymn, it's called, written by a great warrior named Jin Ke before he set out to kill the tyrannous Qin Emperor during the Warring States period. I listen entranced as the story of my newfound hero unfolds. It's a farewell poem. My mother closes the book, to say goodbye before a journey, and I think it's time we said goodnight. Years later, I would learn about Qin Shi Huang from a world cultures textbook in an American classroom. I would find a Wikipedia page on Jin Ke. A strange mingling of pride and sadness would overwhelm me when I read the foreign words from a cold computer screen, mere echoes of the story I begged my mother to read night after night, just so I could hear the same 2 lines of that cryptic poem. Before I learned enough characters to read on my own, before I declared Chinese history boring and useless, before I understood the inevitability of journeys. There are no farewell poems when I'm 9 years old and watching my mother wave goodbye at the airport terminal, boarding her flight to America. There are no farewell poems when, 6 months later, the lights of Beijing shrink to a bright spot beneath my own ascending airplane. There is no great sense of duty when I close the door of our first home in America to take my mother's hand, our things all packed up, in the back of a U-Haul truck. There are no hymns wishing for a safe journey when I leave my second middle school that year, when my father leaves us after another brief visit, to go back home. There is nothing heroic about my journeys across oceans, across states, across a few city blocks to a better neighborhood. I am no great warrior setting out on a doomed mission, but if there's anything I've learned about journeys, it's not about well wishes and bright hopes, but the past I've left behind. There is nothing poetic about my life as a student, an immigrant, a cliched cutout of the American dream. I am bound to no single nation, but even as I leave the present to seek a better future, something draws me back to my earliest bedtime stories filled with golden dragons and jade thrones, my ancient heritage, brought to life. Now, as I set out on another journey, I began to write, in a language unfamiliar but beautiful, my very own propempticon, my farewell poem tracing back over a decade, over entire centuries, to the faded past of my people, leaving nothing behind.